Ives, and I'm excited about spending a little bit of time with you this evening. I'm based here on the UK, on the South Coast, as Sue, our hostess of the Mostess, just shared. It's been a gorgeous day. I hope it has been where you are. And if you've been invited onto this call as a guest, someone who has, all being well, has been spoken to. Hopefully you haven't just arrived here by default. You would just happen to be surfing Zoom.us and you've been entered into the room, or someone's dragged or convinced you to get on the call not knowing what the call is all about. I apologize in advance for them, because hopefully you're aware what we're going to be discussing tonight. And that is the pre-launch influencer phase of a company called Zinzino. And it's my honor tonight just to walk you through positioning with you some of the proven success of this company, what this company's intention is within the United Kingdom and the Irish market and beyond. And most importantly, how, if you see fit, if you feel there's an alignment with you, with the individual that has invited you and the company and its ethos, then you have the opportunity to take an advantage opportunity, and that is position yourself before we officially open United Kingdom. So with that said, I'm going to move forward and share with you tonight a little bit about Zinzino as a company, so you get to understand the magnitude of what is going on. And as I've already mentioned, if you've been invited here tonight, it's one of two reasons. One, you're already successful in your own field of endeavor, or you are an influencer within your field. Someone who may be in the corporate role, someone may be a conventional business owner, a practitioner, someone in the health and wellness, whatever that may be, you are a person of influence and have some element of entrepreneurship about you. And the reason why we say that is, as we start to roll this out to the masses, you have the opportunity to be really that first inner circle of leadership for United Kingdom. So enjoy the presentation tonight. If you've got any questions, I'm going to invite you to get back with the person who invited you, and then with them, arrange a confidential conversation, maybe online, grab a cup of coffee, and then sit down with them for an hour or so, probably to get some good answers to your good questions, and then make an informed decision. So we're not looking for a decision from you this evening. We just want you to be open. We want you to take on board the facts and then go back and explore further. But that said, you don't need to make a decision, but there is a sense of positive urgency. If you just joined the call prior to what Sue was just sharing with you, I've not seen in my 14 years this level of enthusiasm and laser focused activity. So let me share with you a little bit about Zinzino. Company is 15 years old, publicly traded, financially independent, and for the last 8 years with their balanced oil concept, this wellness revolution that they've created, and in excess of 250,000 monthly paying customers, as we embark into United Kingdom and Ireland and way beyond this coming year, this isn't a startup company. This is a fully fledged operational debt-free company that has a product, has a process, has a system, and has proven results to validate it's coming into the United Kingdom. And here's the opportunity. This company will be a household brand name in the wellness industry. Last year, they did 80 million euros in a handful of countries. And over the next 24 months, the company will be opening 20 plus countries. So it's very financially stable, publicly traded, so you can have access to all their quarterly and annually reports. In fact, right now, January, February, March of 2020, each month we were 30 to 40% growth over the same period of 2019. So we're growing double-digit growth year in, year out as a company. And of course, we understand that we are in unprecedented times. So we do have people now looking that may have not looked before, because their stability, their security, their health, their prosperity is probably been exposed to how vulnerable we all are. And so this isn't about maximizing the present circumstances, but the realities in Zinzino, a test-based nutrition opportunity, has been doing what we're sharing with you now for 8 years. This is my personal perspective, and not the company's, not the person who invited you onto the call, just my personal perspective. And that is, I don't believe that where we are today with the virus, that we needed the virus to wake us up to our health and our finances. It just happens to be that people are now finding themselves in a position where they don't want to be so vulnerable financially. They don't want to be exposed with their health being not at their optimum protection. So that gives us, an entrepreneur, an opportunity to herald a very valuable message that can be validated, and we can back it up with science. So as we share with you tonight, understand that the growth of this company is beyond most things I've ever experienced. Now, it's still, in reality terms, a very small company in this market space. 80 million in sales last year in a handful of countries, and that's with 250,000 paying customers. Here's the vision, and you're going to see me repeat this shortly, but the company wanted by 2025 have 1 million paying customers per month on their product. By 2035, they want 20 million customers, and by 2050, 100 million customers. And the reason I share that with you is, from 250,000 to 1 million over the next 36 months, that's the opportunity as an entrepreneur. From 250,000 to 20 million in the next 10 years, that's the opportunity for you. And as I share this with you, I want you to not think from, do you think this may work? We're coming to you from a perspective of proven facts. And those are very much based around our product. Because what we do with a test-based nutritional product is very simply, we identify the consumer and show them whether they need our product or not. And with our product, and there's a lot of science behind the product, and this is not a product presentation or a numbers presentation about the business, really a 20,000 foot overview to maybe just get your creative juices flowing, but to understand that what we've got here is required by 95% of the population around the globe. And what we've got is a very unique blend of omega-3 oils. And with what we've got with our USP, we can validate this product with an independent dry blood spot test. So we're allowed to make certain claims, not Zinzino's claims, but we can share with you a comprehensive approved health claims by the EFSA, the European Food Safety Association, and the FDA. So as we move through this, it's also important to understand, because right now, particularly United Kingdom, we're starting to see a lot of practitioners, a lot of therapists, NTs, personal trainers, wellness gurus, people that have a customer-facing practice already. And some of those that we're starting to communicate with, they're well educated into the importance of omega-3s. I was not that person a year ago, because I was exposed to Zinzino for the last 3 years, and the person who invited me to take a look, I rejected him for 3 years because my ignorance was, who needs oil? Well, when I finally learned and opened my thinking that omega-3 is the essential building block for every membrane in our bodies. And very simply, just to keep it very layman's, because I am a layman, I'm a chef by profession, is that we all have nutrition requirements. Now, we maybe get that from our heavily dense nutritional diet. We may get it from our additional supplements that we consume. But the reality is Britain is now the #1 in ultra-processed consumption on a daily basis. 52% of our daily consumption is processed foods. And what that has resulted in is that we have now become the Americans of Europe, as we've been nicknamed. And basically that means we are the most unhealthiest in Europe. And the reason being, people think fitness and health is all about the diet. And there is an element of truth there. But no matter what we consume, if we are out of balance with our essential fatty acids, then that nutrition that we are spending our money on will struggle to be absorbed. So therefore, it's a waste of our money, and our body, most importantly, is not even being able to absorb that nutrition. Because the higher that we are out of balance, the harder the membrane is around that cell, the more difficult it is for one, the nutrition to be absorbed, most importantly, the toxins to be dispersed out of that cell. And now you have an environment where degenerative diseases start to manifest. Today, we are seeing things that were not around 100 years ago, and it is a pure result of our modern day diets. So results have shown us that 95% of the population is out of balance. They have way too many omega-6s consumed by ultra-processed foods and are not consuming enough of omega-3. Of course, 6s are vitally important. We need those. But if the 6s get out of control, that's like your home fire, enjoying the warmth around a cozy fireplace, enjoying it for the evening, leave it unattended, that it then rolls out of the fireplace, out of the half the log, and starts a house fire. That's exactly what the sort of parallel is as a human being, that majority of people we know now are walking around with chronic inflammation and unaware of it until it starts to surface with visual aspects that then is too late for the majority of cases. So why we are so excited is because you as an entrepreneur, a wellness individual who can position themselves ahead of the launch, is very simply this: we do not have to convince people. There is an independent laboratory that we work alongside. We are simply a customer to them. Vitas is a laboratory that started its career 25 years ago in Oslo out of the university. And today we have sent them almost, well, just over 500,000 independent blood tests. And alongside us as a customer, Vitas tests blood samples for the likes of Harvard, Yale, Oxford University, King's College, but we are their #1 customer. And so over the next 36 months, we want to do over 1 million blood tests. Over the next 10 years, 20 million blood tests. So it is not our blood tests, it's independent. And that's what got my attention. Zinzino are the manufacturer, the research development, they own all the processing of the products. But to validate that the customer needs it, we do an independent blood test. Now, here's the interesting facts. Before the tests were actually taken, only 5% of Europeans were actually in balance. And even those, alarmingly, that were investing their money into supplements still were on average 7-to-1 out of balance. And particularly people that were already using omega-3s. And here's the big area. 75% of the people that were not taking any form of supplement were 15-to-1 out of balance. But those who got tested, established their number, and then took the product for 120 days, when retested the second test, 95% of them were back into balance. Now, of course, we can't make any medical claims, but the reality is if we start to address the things at the core, not at the surface, and medicating those things at the surface, but addressing the core issues, we can start to see things change. We can start things to slow down. We can actually see things start to halt and reverse the conditions that we experience. So imagine this. What if you as an entrepreneur could be part of a customer-centric model that over the next 24 months in the United Kingdom alone, we're going to put over 200,000 customers on this product via an independent blood test. So that's the results that we've already gotten. Now, 15 years old, 8 years with this particular concept of balanced nutrition through a test-based validation, we've already tested 500,000. Now, through that database, we have now become the #1 largest database company with an omega-6 to 3 ratio results. And now, since we actually did this slide only 5-6 weeks ago, we now have over 263 monthly subscriptions. So even in the last 4 to 5 weeks, 6 weeks, we've added over 30,000 brand new customers. In total, that's a lot of oil that's being consumed. So as Zinzino, as a company, we have real customers. See, there's many companies in this type of model and distribution that they don't have real customers. They have distributors who buy the product because they think they're actually going to make money. They have distributors who buy an overinflated price product. Although it could be a very good product, you can't really get customers on it because, one, it's too expensive. And because our product is affordable, because the product can be validated, because the product has a get your product for free program, it improves, as an entrepreneur, the retention of your consumers. In fact, today we've got over 30,000 individuals who actually get their monthly subscription for free. And it's important to understand that this information I'm sharing with you validates that when Zinzino officially opens here in the next few short months, though we're operating right now, we're able to build our distribution channel, we're able to now go gather customers, we're able to consume products, and we're able to reward those individuals who are helping us to do that. But officially open with our UK sterling brochures, we're talking about a few number of weeks away of doing that. And then having a physical launch event with several hundred entrepreneurs actually present. And one of the biggest things for me that I was really took reassurance from was the ability to go to a customer, actually have them understand that did they know whether they were in or out of balance, and offer them the ability to have their money back guarantee if they were in balance. So all we're looking for right now is people that understand our message, align with our mission, and then realize all we need simply to do is go gather customers and then help a few other people, franchisees, to join us. We've already touched on a lot of this data you can see on this slide, from being publicly traded and with a company that's 15 years old, but very dynamic leadership who are still in their early 40s. So I just made this decision last May. If I was going to partner with a company, I needed to know, were they going to be around 5, 10, 20 years from now? Did the leadership really have a vision, not just selling product, but had a passion of what that product could do to the end consumer? Did they have a passion to develop other wellness entrepreneurs? And so as I witnessed what this founders couple, Hilda and Orion, and by the way, Hilda Salah will be on our UK call next Monday, 8 p.m. So if you are a guest here this evening, please put that in your diary and join us on 8 p.m. Monday. This leadership is unlike anything I've ever seen before. They're a culture of uplifting. They're a culture of encouragement, and they create a community feel that you want to be part of. See, it's not about just making money. There's many ways of making money. Some of them not as legitimate as many others, okay? In fact, if things were illegal here, would have a bigger uptake, because people would be thinking, I better get in now and get out as soon as possible and make as much as I can before people found out. This is not that type of situation. We want to find people who see the longevity, who want to help us take a message of wellness into the United and Ireland market so we can help people regain their health. So why choose Zinzino? Very simply, we have that test concept. Now, let me reassure you, we are the first to do a test concept, but we will not be the only people, in my belief, in the next 3, 4, 5 years. Why? When we show the world what we do, it will only make logical sense. Many will follow. So again, first mover advantage, positioning, the opportunity to put yourself in a position of leadership as we open a market. And we have a Z for Free campaign. Basically, both customers and entrepreneurs in the business can get their product for free. And we have a recognition, a career path that rewards you with little incentives along the way, from phone bonuses to car programs. But the most important thing for me was anyone could go make money. And I've been there. But what I lacked was the ability to be mentored, trained, personal development, because making money has never been an issue for me. Keeping hold of it has, because a lot of people think it's going to be ongoing. So we also provide a leadership mentoring program alongside that. And then we merge into modern day technology with mobile apps and platforms and CRMs and replicated websites. You're going to be truly educated, equipped, and empowered through your Zinzino opportunity. So I believe, and so do many people, that this is a business for everyone, but not everyone is looking. How do we find them? Ask good questions. So what we're looking for is not generally old network marketers or home-based entrepreneurs who are just looking for the next deal. We're looking for people who go, I get it. We want to focus on new people. Of course, our doors are open to anybody who wants to have a conversation with us, but I have great joy in finding and partnering with professionals, people of influence, people who have never succeeded in this type of vehicle and help them with a proven system. The only variable is them. This system is in place. But with new thinking and a customer-focused strategy, we can have a lot of fun being very social and enjoying the simple message of test-based validation. So anyone can do this. We have mass market appeal. 97% of Britons, now we say 95% of Europeans, but 97% of Britons are out of balance. So with a simple message of let's go test everyone, that's the only way we'll ever see who is in or out of balance. So what's the vision? I touched on it a moment ago. 1 million customers by 2025. The way we are growing right now, we are on target actually to do that at the end of 2022, beginning of 23. Well, if we're gonna really hit that target well before 2025, that can only compound, and maybe we're gonna do the 10 million before 2035 and gonna hit that 100 million before 2050. Why? Once you hit that exponential growth and that compound effect, it becomes too uncontrollable. It will run away from us. And the great thing, we're not creating a new market. The market of the omega-3 market is a $50 billion market already annually and growing by 6.7% a year. And yet most people who take omega-3s don't know whether, one, it's working because they've never tested it, and two, don't understand why it doesn't work because it oxidizes before it gets to the cellular level. And we got a way to prove not only our product works, but the product they've been consuming doesn't. Imagine that as an entrepreneur. You can actually challenge other people who've been consuming omega-3 and say, hey, just try our product, 100% money back guarantee. So take our test. And if you are in balance, it's proved that your omegas have been working. If you're out of balance, you've just wasted those 5 years of that consumption and the monetary aspect. So what we have here is your opportunity to be part of a vision to own the market and then set yourself up and beyond Europe and Asia. India opens this year. Russia opens this year. Several other countries, about 10 countries open this year. United Kingdom and Ireland are next. Beginning of 2021, South Africa and beyond. So if we can start building locally, we'll expand globally. We're already in 37 countries, but by the next 2 years, we're going to add another 20 countries to that. You have the opportunity to be part of that and be part of an unparalleled UK leadership team that know what they're doing. We have a very lucrative, I will never say the best, but we have a very lucrative compensation plan. And so far to date, we have well over 600 people that have already qualified for the CAR program. What's going to happen when this message really gets out? And one of the things I was really impressed when I sat with the founders in Oslo last May was when they shared the stories of the top income producers, that most of them had been with them for well over a decade and never been in this type of model before. In essence, this was their very first company and they were still here. And majority of people make money. Now, do they make life-changing money? No. Do they have the opportunity? Yes. And when I say majority of people make money, I mean 200 euros, 500 euros, 1,000 euros, 5,000 euros, 10,000 euros. Some people, they only want to make a few hundred euros a month, and they can do that with just a few customers. Some people want to make life-changing incomes, and they can do that not only just by going getting customers, but then getting other partners who go get customers and get an override on the whole customer volume. The plan's very simple, and it's very simple to explain because we have a very simple message. How do you know if you are in or out of balance with your health? If there was a test that you could take with a 100% money back guarantee, would you check out a 2-minute video? The path to success is simple. Why choosing Zeno? Well, they're going to be on track to be $1 billion company in the next 10 years. I believe a lot sooner. Now, I have seen $1 billion companies, and there's a handful of $1 billion companies out there in the market today. Skincare, nutrition, weight loss, shakes. There's companies around that already do $1 billion company annual revenues a year. There's a home care company that did home care products, personal care products, shampoos, conditioners. They do $8.4 billion a year. We're not $1 billion company yet. but do you want to be part of a billion-dollar company that's already a billion-dollar company? Or would you like to be the reason it became a billion-dollar company? This is that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So we have global expansion in place. We have strategies on how to open the UK and Irish market. And what we're looking for is the people that recognize their timing, not our timing. Zinzino is coming. Zinzino is here. Zinzino will be here in the homes of many people over the next couple of years. You have the opportunity of maximizing on that UK volume. And to help you to do that, we're going to give you everything you need, from documentation, digital formats, technology, mobile applications, CRMs, replicated websites. We have everything that I've seen in my career have never been this slick or efficient. All we got to do is show you what to say and how to point to a tool. And how to do that? We're going to help you understand very quickly the launch strategy. And we're going to support you with online webinars as we're doing tonight. We do daily conference calls. We do Zoom meetings. And as we get this lift of movement around the United Kingdom with the unprecedented virus that we're experiencing, we'll be providing you localized meetings in hotels and venues around the UK and Ireland also. But presently, the success that we're experiencing, January, February, March of this year, have been the 3 biggest months in the company's 15-year history, and we're all doing it from home. We're doing it from home. I won't stand up because you'll see my shorts and flip-flops. So the reality is we're using digital platforms to stay connected with other people. Why? People are being woken up to their health and to their vulnerability to their financial situation. So we have a solution for both that is real. This is not a gimmick. This is not hype. This is a real opportunity to impact the masses. So what would you need to do next? As a potential partner with the individual who invited you, get back with them and get registered and get your enrollment pack and go through your getting started training. You will be absolutely amazed about the support, the structure, and the ongoing training on a day-to-day basis that will be available for you. And I'd share with people, if you're willing to carve out 10 or 15 hours a week, in addition to what you're doing with your practices, your clinics, your clients, your corporate role, your family, if you will carve out 10 or 15 hours a week and learn a system that we're about to share with you that anyone can do, and you keep it simple. The challenge here is most people that we're talking to right now are so academically qualified, they try to complicate a simple message. If you can go, you can succeed here. When you try to be too intelligent, you're going to slow your growth down. Why? Not everybody wants to know the science. It's a simple question. Is health important to you? Yes, it is. If there was a test that you and I could take, that you could be validated independently and have a 100% money back guarantee, would you check out a 2-minute video? Let the tool do the work, because that's where the duplication kicks in. So what do you do now? Very simply, contact the person who invited you. They will help you to answer any questions. And if you want to, they will help you get a 3-way call set up with one of the UK leadership and have a confidential Zoom call like this. You grab a coffee, they grab a coffee, you ask good questions, we give great answers. Then you can make an informed decision whether you want to be part of this pre-launch phase in the United Kingdom. And then if you do, we're going to start helping you build towards our ongoing webinars and events. And the key here is, over the next 12 weeks, do not keep it a secret. Let's talk to everybody you know. And the reality is right now, we have an ongoing promotion. I've never seen a promotion where it is open-ended. What we don't know is when we're going to physically have that launch event in the United Kingdom until the movement restriction is lifted. So that promotion is, we want to help you. Don't worry about the title. We want to help you hit a rank called Platinum. Now, Platinum is very simply a rank where it's going to generate for you between 12 and 1,300 euros a month for a little bit of investment of time and energy. Anyone can do that. And the rewards for that, you'll be flown to the founder's home in Oslo. And then you're going to be taken to the independent laboratory called Vitas, where you'll meet the CEO, Thomas Goodison. And then the following day, we're going to take you to Gothenburg in Sweden, where you're going to get to meet the corporate staff. And then guess what? You're going to be brought home. See, prior to that, you're excited about the message. You're excited about the product that you're about to receive. You're going to get your own tests done. You're going to see the corporate staff online, offline, brochures, etc. But when you get to meet the founder, when you get to meet the laboratory, when you get to see the corporate staff, it becomes even more so real. And when you get back, your energy, your excitement is going to go from hope to belief to conviction. We're going to go and put 200,000 customers on this Enzino protocol product in the next 24 months. We're just looking for a handful of the first tier of leadership who want to be part of that wellness revolution. If that's you, get back with the individual, let them know. Let's arrange a coffee. Let's answer your questions. Let's get your position locked in and start going to work together, because the next 5, 10, 12 weeks are going to be extremely exciting. Enjoy the rest of your evening. My name's Dave Ives. And tomorrow evening, on Thursday evening, we actually do a full business presentation. So get back with that person. They'll give you a different link because it's open to the whole United Kingdom. And we'll be doing a full presentation on the business tomorrow night. We enjoyed sharing it with you. Get back with the individual. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night, everybody.